1,897 days since Richard was forcibly removed, and he was taken to a soundproof room where he fought like hell. Yet they took his life. They took his life, and then they stole his body. They dismembered him, and they trafficked his body across the border. So, yeah, man. Let's see if I'm on. I know. It's torture. Okay, so many things have been happening. Uh, and I didn't know what to name this live stream because there's so much happening all the time in our son's case. If you don't know, Richard was whistleblowing. He was whistleblowing about the criminal trafficking and the and that faction that was involved in the Walmart mass shooting. That the Walmart mass shooting was a political, orchestrated mass shooting, bloody, and its target was the election, the 2020 election. The target was President Trump personally, President Trump as a candidate. Um, you know, he's not a deep stater. He's not a deep stater. They don't treat. I can tell you this right now. They really protect each other. If you're a deep state or if you are part of this faction, this mega billion-dollar faction, and it's big. It is big, and President Trump is not part of it. And to become president is just so powerful, right? It gives you so much power that they absolutely did not want him to become president because he wants to make America great again. And they had a different agenda, didn't they? They had a different agenda, and you can see it that they had a different agenda. You can see it in our infrastructure. You can see it in our youth culture. You can see it um, in the manufacturing decline. You could see it in the theft. You could see it in the grooming of crime and allowing crime and calling insurrections peaceful protests, and a peaceful protest that was infiltrated by rogue FBI individuals that were told to go there and cause trouble with the informants, right? With the informants, because I was there on January 6th. I absolutely know what happened. That was a setup. It was absolutely an orchestrated setup, and that's what they needed to call it, right? That this was a political setup, just like the Walmart mass shooting. The thing is they wanted it to be bloody. They really did, but it just didn't happen because the people there, even though they're pro Second Amendment, there was no weapons, um, and there was no violence that they wanted. They wanted a lot more violence because they tear gassed us so that we would trample. They brought us all together, right? They kept on saying, "Come together, come close together. We have so many people," and that was true. And then they tear gassed us. But the people there were really, I was in the middle of the tear gas. They were so organized and helpful because they were veterans, right? These were veterans and carrying family members. We had people in wheelchairs. We had children in strollers. It was a very cold day, and people said, go down low, and huddle together like your, football huddle, and we'll squat our way walking out cover your face, cover because it was really, I mean, it burned like you wouldn't believe. Um, and so we got out of there without trampling each other, without chaos, without panicking, and then sharing everybody's water, everyone sharing water with each other. We got out of that, and it was loads of people. Okay, this uh, there was about 1 million people there, and in front of the I don't know how many people. It was just it was packed, and so they really wanted to instigate a lot of trouble, and it just didn't happen, um, except for the instigation right there in in the Capitol, bringing people in, and the instigators, because there were informants there. We know that now. We know that there were over 300 FBI agents there. And we knew that. We absolutely knew that because of the way they acted, the way they dressed, the way they stood there, the way, body language. Um, and you could tell who was who, right? So it was an upside down world where they call something what it's not, and then and that's what happened with Letitia James. Uh, she called something what it wasn't, right? And she wanted to absolutely politically, with hatred. She had so much hatred. She has so much hatred for President Trump, and I wouldn't say just for President Trump. She has hatred for anyone that's not in the deep state. Okay, anyone that's not in the deep state, and that goes for any Democrats that are not in the deep state. She's part of that elite deep state, and she thought she could get away with absolutely weaponizing her U.S. attorney's position to go after the president of the United States, and just ruin him, right? Just ruin him totally. That was her objective. And of course, that all has been appealed.